Thanks for staying with us. We're going to start with the nation. PDP ex-governors aspirants reject consensus candidate. TCN discos Gencos trade blames over poor power supply. Alaafin's body buried, according to tradition, says Oyo High Chief. The nation's Olola Day wins Global Journalism Award. APC begins sale of forms in Abuja and states. World richest man Elon Musk buys Twitter for $44 billion. Very. Okay.
Yes, so we know the issue with erratic power supply, and the three major players were busy trading blames. You know, the players, the generation companies, the distribution companies, and the transmission companies. Now, the generation companies are saying that they have the capacity to generate even more than 4,500 megawatts of electricity, but they are handicapped because the discos have been rejecting the load allocation. The distribution companies are also saying that the Gencos, yes, the discos are saying that the Gencos are economical with the truth, but they will not respond now. They will take their time and write out a statement. The TCN, on the other hand, saying that they are not able to operate to capacity, and because of the extra load, it's affecting our national grid. I think one of the issues we had is the fact that the load that is being rejected is what is affecting that national grid. Now, the domestic and industrial consumers, those of us here, are the ones, you know, suffering when these elephants are fighting. You know, when the elephants are fighting, the grass suffers. And there's nothing we can do about this now, except they come together to have a conversation on how they can do what they do best. And now the Gencos are saying we can actually give more power. But you people are rejecting. People rejecting are saying, we are not rejecting power. We can't, you know, tell you exactly what is happening. We need to take our time to respond. Right. They tried to reach the TCN. TCN is the transmission company is owned solely by the government. And so far, we've not gotten any response. So hopefully they will tell us how they plan. We don't want to know the problem, how they plan to resolve it.
They tried to call them.
They were not
sending text. They didn't reply. That's the TCN.
Yeah.
Okay,
so APC is now selling forms. So they've given the price. Whether you complain or you don't complain, you are not a member of the party. The party people are going to start buying the tickets now. They said for the tickets for presidential, governorship, and House of Assembly, it will be handled at the secretariat, at the three national secretariat, the three designated national secretariat. However, for other positions within the states, is handled within the secretariat of the 33 states. The sales are starting today. So if you are one of those that are in APC and you want to contest, go and buy your forms. And if you need funds, go online and see, test the level of following that you have. Right. They will buy the form.
So they are laughing of Oyo. You have that story? Okay, have a story.
They are laughing.
Yeah.
No, what I read was his wife. That's another.
Oh, okay. So I was reading about his burial because there was controversy about how he was buried. So I think the palace has. I'm trying to say the person that said it from the Basharun of Oyo, the chief Yusuf Ayola was saying yesterday that he was buried initially according to Islamic rites because he was a Muslim, and they had to pray over the body. But after that, he had to be taken to Ilinla, which is the where the kings are buried. So we can't witness his actual burial. So it's not something where the public will be aware of. And that is that same burial for the Oni and the Alaafi. So
and he said there's nothing wrong with him being, because the controversy was around the fact that they brought his body out.
Yes.
Usually they shouldn't have brought his body out. But because he's a Muslim, but there's no controversy around it, that being a Muslim, they prayed over his body, but he still went back to do the entire traditional.
So does that mean that the foreign traditions or foreign religions supersede our traditions? Normally, generally now, as a king, your tradition holds.
Thank you.
If you die as a king, hold on. If you die,
give me five. Just give me five.
If you die as a king, I'm telling you, according to history and tradition, you should be buried because you're a traditional holder of that office.
Exactly.
But now I'm saying, if you die, hold on. No, so our religion, the foreign religion now supersedes our. That's it now. So if you're a Christian, you'll be buried in the Christian way as a king. If you're a Muslim, you'll be buried in the Muslim way as a king. So that seat you are holding.
You see, you're not listening. Okay. I just read the article.
Okay.
The reason why he was buried as a Muslim, because he's a Muslim. So hanging there, they prayed for the body as a Muslim because that's what he was. After that, he was taken to Ilela, which is now the traditional rites were now performed on him.
What she
The
is
king
saying
should not belong in my own
holder of
your tradition. You should not belong to any foreign religion. That's my point.
You should not be there at all.
And it was a question I was asking.
But when you're that...
We are like the question. At least I can see your brain is working.
You know now.
So our own brain is not working, Waiki.
I didn't say that.
That's right.
I didn't say that.
What we are saying, Waiki,
I can see that our brain is working.
there are kings today that are Christians. Yes or no? There are kings today
So
that
we've watered down our traditional religion. That's my point.
Don't be a king. If you want to be a Christian, be a Christian. Nobody's saying you shouldn't be a Christian. But you shouldn't be a king.
Moving on to the punch.
Relinquish the seat.
Elon Musk story, but let's go ahead.
Moving on to the punch, please. Waiki, I do. Still early this morning. Electoral Act, Amechi Ngige, others risk disqualification over failure to resign. Ondo lawmaker fumes as power cable kills 4 playing children. Oh, my Lord. Yari, drug baron with 103 bank accounts nabbed at the Lagos airport. Police arrest 9 suspected kidnappers in Ogun. Hajj, intending Muslim pilgrims storm Lagos Assembly protest fare hike. Sexual acts, Chrisland, 10-year-old people delete social media videos and apologizes. Nigeria's MSMEs dropped by 2 million in 4 years, says Smiden. Blame military, not cooker, for Tucano's delay, says NEF. And manufacturers borrow over $1 trillion from banks. Debts hit 4.2 trillion. Okay.
So I wanted to take first the Chrisland's little girl who has deleted her social media. She had on one called Likey and another TikTok. She had where she was dancing. How many videos? I can't remember how many videos. And anyway, she's deleted. Then she had 12,400 fans in Likey and 12,000 on TikTok. And she's apologized. She says, I made a mistake. Now I'm living with the consequences. I regret it. I really do. I'm sorry. And then the other platform, she says, don't let your past dictate who you are, but let it be a lesson that strengthens the person you will become.
The 10-year-old?
The 10-year-old.
She wrote it herself.
That's what
that girl needs therapy. Let's not just feel...
Of course.
So, yeah,
the 12,000 on TikTok.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I'm sure many people already got around her now to support her. Definitely.
She needs proper therapy, not around to support her. Yeah, she needs therapy. So, the Ondo State Police Command on Monday confirmed the death of 4 kids who were electrocuted in the Ile-Oluji Okeibo local government area of the state. What happened was that there were 6 children actually playing in this container. Those containers they build use as houses. So 2 of them came to visit their auntie for the holiday, and they were playing when this electric pole fell and hit the container. So 4 of the kids died immediately. I think 2 have been taken to the hospital, and now they've been advising that houses are not supposed to be built, or containers are not supposed to be built directly under these cables.
Houses.
Yes, because anything can happen. But this was actually a container, so maybe they were living in the container. And I think that's the power body saying that they may not have the right to, remove people who live under, but they are going to, for any house they see under that cable, they are going to disconnect them from power so that things like this is avoided. Now, the government needs to step in.
Yes, this is because this leads to the same disaster that happened 2 days ago. Because government, they are reactionary. When you see these things,
why don't
stop
you
doing this?
If you stop them from building houses, they'll say they'll come. It's 2 sides of the coin.
Look, as a leader, you have to have that heart. Yes. Let me tell you, in my area, on the way by the bus stop, there is an NNPC. When we first moved there was an NNPC sign that don't build
along this line.
There was a market there. Cars pass there. One day, God forbid. But that is their job. Come there, check, disperse everybody. When you do it continuously, you can't allow it. High tension cables everywhere. You see houses underneath.
Let me go on a quick break now. When we come back, we continue with our review. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. YourView will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. We're still reviewing the papers. Let's continue with the punch. There was a story you wanted to take, Tokwe?
Yes, I want to take the story about the micro, small, and medium enterprises across Nigeria. So the Director General of SMEDAN is Small and Medium Enterprise Development Agency of Nigeria. His name is Diko Rada. Disclosed yesterday that between 2017 and 2021, Nigeria dropped the 2 million businesses, 2 million small and medium businesses had to close shop. And this, they say, might be blamed. Some of it was on COVID, but generally just harsh economy, and that there must be quick intervention from the government to prevent a reduction in the numbers. And because this group of, there are about 39 million registered to SMEDAN now, and these people employ most of our current employment brackets, and we can employ even more people if they empower small and medium agencies. They also mentioned that they should upgrade SMEDAN from being to a proper commission, which would give it capacity to do more than what it's currently doing. And SMEDAN is really helpful for small businesses.
Yes, so the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, has arrested Chief Afam Ukatu, who is described as the billionaire drug baron behind the 3 billion tramadol deal involving the suspended Deputy Commissioner of Police and former leader of the Intelligence Response Team, Abba Kyari. Now, he was on his way out to Abuja, and he was nabbed at the International Airport, Ikeja. So they said he's been a major importer of large consignments of different brands and high doses of tramadol hydrochloride, ranging from 120 milligram, 200 milligram, 225 milligram, 250 milligram. And all of them are so illicit. Now, he has pharmaceutical and plastic manufacturing companies, which he's using as a cover to carry out this business. And he has also 103 bank accounts, different banks, where he's laundering money. And they said for just one day, they were able to get tramadol worth of 3 billion naira. How wicked can somebody be? And I'm not really optimistic about this. I'm happy that they have caught him. I'm not very optimistic, because anything can happen tomorrow, and he's released at the end of the day.
Well, he's a suspect. He's not a...
He's not a confirmed. Please, let me take the Hajj story. So the Muslims in Lagos are protesting. They said that they need extension of time. They gathered at the Alausa Mosque, and they were walking into the Speaker's house, the House of Lagos State House of Assembly. And the reason they are protesting is the fact that before COVID, some paid in 2019 and 2020 for 2020 Hajj. They paid 1.3 million for 2020 Hajj, and now it's been doubled, and they are only giving 2 to 3 days to balance it. Total will be 2.6 million. They say they don't have it. They want to go for Hajj. Time has been tough. They paid ahead for it. Even if you want to increase, not that you would double the fees they are meant to pay. So they are asking for help in any way possible.
Okay, moving on very quickly now to Daily Sun, 2023. Jonathan steps up consultation on APC move. 2023 again, Igbo leaders urge Southeast aspirants to press on with presidential bid. I have capacity to rescue Nigeria from current mess, says Saraki. NDLEA arrests businessman over 3 billion illicit drugs. We talked about that. Imo explosion, death toll hits 150. Dollar scarcity hits banks. It'll be great injustice if I didn't contest, says Oshimbajo, and blame military not cooker for Tucano Jet's delivery delay. NEF replies, President. Okay,
so we talked about the deaths that happened at the illegal oil refinery in Imo State, and the number of deaths have risen to 150, according to the head of Operations National Management Agency, NIMA, in Imo State. He also said that 5 corpses were discovered at Orashi River. 5 others died in the hospitals where they were taken for treatment. Now, the Igbo National Council, INC, is urging the President Muhammadu Buhari, and the Imo State Governor, Hope Uzodinma, to go and visit the site of this illegal oil refinery. They were really upset and saying that it's been a few days this happened, and so far the president hasn't showed up there. The governor of the state hasn't gone there to visit. They are asking that the governor declares the state a state of emergency because of unemployment, and unemployment is one of the reasons they have a lot of people who are carrying out these illegal refineries. But they need to see the commitment of the government by going there to the site to see what has happened.
So as the race for presidency thickens across all parties, the former president of Nigeria, Dr. Goodluck Jonathan, is expected to declare sometime this week as for president under the APC party. according to reports from a very highly placed person that works with him, says that he has confirmed that he has given assurances that he will declare as long as he got the green flag from the power brokers within the party from the north and the presidency. So he has said that Jonathan will not declare unless he's assured that he will be the consensus candidate. Now, there's still issues within the party where should we go with consensus or should we go to the primary? So, but if indeed he declares, some are saying it will douse the tension that is currently in the APC because of all the interpolitics that is playing right now, that Jonathan candidacy might be the one to douse all that tension and then become the candidate for APC. We'll see how it goes. But at the end of the day, by third week in May, we would know where everybody stands because hopefully the tension.
All I can do is I can only advise him to just forget all about that one. He has done his own. He has gone. Yeah. He should not go and lose relevance.
Yes, it's true. I agree.
He should not go and lose relevance because me. Well, let me just hold my mouth.
Let me talk about the Northern Elders Forum. The director of publicity, his name is Hakim Baba Ahmed, was speaking concerning the presidency and saying that the presidency should not blame Bishop Matthew Kukah for the refusal of the American government to sell Tucano jets to us. So we're expecting 12 Super Tucano jet fighters for the Air Force to fight insecurity, and there's been delay. And Garba Shehu now said that it alluded that it could also be because of what Kukah said. And so the response of Baba Ahmed was that it is not every time anybody criticizes that. It's regrettable that whoever points out flaws of the presidency is being attacked by a spokesperson. Said even if the military does, the reason they haven't gotten the support is because they haven't done the right things, and that the people that we are asking to support us with ammunition have their set rules. They're not looking at or listening to Bishop Matthew Kukah, but they are following the way the military hasn't complied with their rules, and we should focus on that and not attacking Bishop Matthew Kukah. That whether it comes from Bishop Matthew Kukah or it comes from him or even the Northern Elders Forum, they are only pointing out the truth of the reality on ground in Nigeria.
Okay. So who has your Shimbaji story? Nobody has that story?
Yes, I have the story. Okay, I wanted to take another one, but it's fine. It's fine. Let me take the story. So the Vice President, Yemi Osinbajo, yesterday declared that it will be injustice and betrayal if he refuses to contest for the 2023 presidential election. He said God is the one that enthrones you for leadership, and he has been in the corridors of power. He has gotten experience. He has been able to handle issues, and it would be unfair that after this administration he just goes back to either sit in Lagos or his hometown and he's writing memos, that he needs to put his experience to work, and that he has been given this opportunity by God, and so he's soliciting for support. He has made his intention known that he wants to contest, soliciting for report that his experience will help to take Nigeria forward, basically.
Okay, any other story in Sunday? Let's move on quickly now to Vanguard. I don't know how much time we have. 2023, Buhari deceiving Jonathans and others, says Adebanjo. Terrorism charge, Nnamdi Kanu rejects secret trial, heads to court. Elon Musk seals $44 billion Twitter deal. NDLA nabbed suspected drug baron behind the $3 billion Naira tramadol link to Abakari. We talked about that earlier. FG stopped striking varsity workers' salary. Adegoke's murder, defendant slumped as Afalana appears for prosecution. Former Minister Graham Douglas dies at 82. Okay, which story are we starting with?
So, ASU and the union are suspecting that the government must have started a no-work, no-pay policy for striking university-based unions. And they are saying that, they have started the strike. They started it on February 14. They had to give another extension and then continue the strike. And so far, they've been trying to have conversations with the government. They have sent in letters, and the federal government is not responding to any of the letters. They've called for meetings. They are not responding to the meeting. But that they realized that at the end of March, some of their salaries were cut, and some people have not received their salary. So it seems like the government has gone ahead to, start using the no-work, no-pay policy, and that is not going to stop them from continuing the strike because they are fighting for the greater good of the universities.
So the former queen, or the estranged wife, Queen of Oyo, one of his wives, Badirat Adeyemi, has lamented that her father, her husband, her mentor has died. She was very close to him, and she just read it on Instagram, in the papers. So she took to her Instagram page to say, "Oh, my darling, you are dead. I thought you were coming back, but now you are gone." That's him and her, they were like Siamese twins. So, but the palace, because she was the favorite wife, they now did it and they drove her out of the palace.
Wow.
That's scary. Something happened in Lagos around Egbeda, Alimosho area, 9 p.m. At La Silva Bar, Gowon Estate. The policeman was trying to shoot into the air to celebrate his boss, who was getting sprayed, and he shot and killed 2 people, and 2 others were injured. They said the policeman was drunk.
Ew.
And he ran away after that. There were videos of what happened. Somebody shared it on Twitter. He's an escort, apparently, to this rich man. So sad.
Nigeria. Like, I don't understand. How do we even survive this country?
How do you drink with a gun?
I don't know.
Let's go on a break. There's just so much going on. Let's go on a break. When we come back, we move on to our hot topic. Stay with us. We'll be right back.